So namaste. So in this session we will discuss what and all the topics which I am going to cover as part of my sessions. Okay. So many of the students are getting confused with the naming convention called BTP. Okay, they are getting the feeling like if BTP naming convention is there, then only it's a good course or like that they're feeling. Okay, but trust me guys, so this BTP and CPI, okay, CPI is on the BTP platform. So to log in, to subscribe, to avail the subscription, everything you should know the knowledge of BTP. Okay, other than that instance keys and other than that stuff, so as a CPI integration consultant, your scope is very limited to BTP. Okay, you will be mostly working on the integration suite and you should master integration suite. That should be your primary focus area. Okay, not on the BTP, like how you create the accounts and all. Okay, there will be having a dedicated basis team as well as the BTP administrators who will take care in most of the majority of the companies. But understanding BTP and the foundation of BTP is required for us. Okay, so let us jump into the course content what I am going to deliver as part of my sessions. Okay, now you see here, as part of the first module, so I am going to cover what is BTP and why SAP has this BTP, what is the significance of the BTP, okay, what is this global account, sub account, and what are the different environments we have, and what is the cloud foundry. Okay, these are all related to the BTP. Okay, so I will be covered these topics which are required for us to understand and to have the knowledge that I am going to cover as part of BTP. And then I'm going to cover like where this cloud platform integration fits into the BTP, how to subscribe or avail the subscription of this BTP. Okay, that is also be covered as part of our sessions. And again it's a correlation topics where what is the BTP sub account, CPA tenant, and what is this cloud connector, which again we will see inside the BTP as well. This cloud connector, it's a separate VPN tool, optional VPN tool, but we will also discuss this tool as well as part of this module on the theory basis okay. Next, in the module 2, you should understand on what architecture our integration suite is relied on. Cloud platform integration or integration suite, anything one each other the same. CPI is one of the capability of integration suite. Okay, now what is its architecture, what is tenant, what is its runtime, okay, what is the message processing. Okay, all these things will be covered as part of this module 2. Okay, and in how many data centers they maintain this BTP on CPI relations, and how to securely communicate these messages. Okay, and the different landscapes of our cloud platform integration, development box, quality, and production. Okay, this topic will be exclusively covered in the project section as well as here as well, and here we should understand what SAP manages and what customers or the end users should manage this particular integration suite. Okay, that will be also covered as part of the module 2. Okay, these are all the basics or the fundamentals which are required for a strong foundation to proceed further with our integration. Okay, and module 3, module 4 running hand in hand. In module 4 we are going to create our first integration flow inside CPI, like after availing the subscription in the BTP. So we need to log into CPI, and see like what are the different components of the CPI, and then what are the different components of the CPI, and then how we are going to create our first ever integration flow to connect with different applications, and as well as in the integration suite we will be seeing different sections related to our CPI. Those will be covered as part of this module 4. And module 3, CPI security, which will be inherent to which will be covered as part of module 4. Okay, and this one, module 5, very much specific to our CPI design objects and patterns, where we are going to learn how to use this palette options available in our integration suite. okay, available in our integration suite. And what are the different patterns? Patterns means like how you are going to avail or apply your logics to the message, how it is going to route, whether it is a routing pattern, public pub sub pattern, or what are the there are different patterns are there, so which you are going to learn those patterns along with this palette options in module 5. And in module 6 we are, as I mentioned in the module 1, I have showed you the cloud connector, right? So in module 6 we are going to deep dive more into the cloud connector. We are going to deep dive more into the cloud connector, how to configure or attach our BTP to the cloud connector and the on-premise application to the cloud connector. So those details we will learn in the module 6. And module 7 adapters and module 5 module 3 will go hand in hand, where we are going to use these particular adapters during our example sessions. During our sessions, I will be considering examples with the help of these adapters. With the help of these adapters, okay. In the module 8, you see the error handling. Like this module is very important. You should understand the errors, right? Only when you understand the errors, then only your knowledge is going to be enhanced. So how we are going to monitor, how to see the errors, and how we are going to debug, trace it, and correct the errors, okay. Those kind of stuff will be covered in the module 8, okay. And in the module 9, we are going to deal with one more section, capability of the integration suite called API management, like how it is relevant to the BTP, and what are the roles we are going to use for API management, and how exactly how and when we need to use API, okay. Those kind of things, and what are the different policies we are going to cover as part of the module 9, okay. In module 10, as I mentioned, it's all about product, it's all about project, like how the tenant landscape will be there, how we are going to transport the our iFlows, version controlling, activation discipline, security material governance, everything will be covered in the module 10. And module 11 is for extended non-SAP connectivity. This is one of the capability of our integration suite. So this session is exclusive, okay. So this section will be useful for most of the learners, where we are going to explore this option to connect with the outside world REST APIs, okay. And module 12 says like what and all the tools we are going to use as part of our sessions, okay. We will use Postman, we will use SAP PI, we will use WinSCP, we'll use Notepad++, okay. These are the different tools which I am going to use in our sessions, and if you are new to them, uh, I'm going to cover those tools as well as part of my sessions, okay. And last but not the least, this one module 13 is very important. You should understand what sort different um, different data types, like different XMLs and JSON, like which we are going to data formats which we are going to deal in the module 13, okay. Understanding this XML and JSON is also very important. So you should be pretty much aware of these data formats if you want to manipulate data coming from your sender systems, okay. Those details with respect to XML and JSON will be covered as part of our sessions, okay. So I have prepared this curriculum keeping in mind this curriculum or the concepts which should benefit both freshers till to the experienced level, okay. And year 14th module is all about Groovy, in-depth Groovy understanding, like how we are going to reuse the existing Groovies, how and when to use, where to use, why to use. So those things along with some examples will be covered as part of this module 4 under Groovy script uses and understanding in SAP CPI, okay. So these are all the different modules which I am going to cover as part of my sessions, and is that the only thing you are going to get? No, you are going to get some hands-on POCs and real-time integration exposures as well. When I mean to say POC, I am going to give you some activities. You need to build your own integration flows, write down your own theory, and submit the papers to me. Okay, that is the proof of concept. Okay, by doing that POCs, you will understand the requirement very well. Okay, you have to think on your own way, so that you will come to know how to develop an iFlow in the real time environments, Okay, so real time project like scenarios, like what and all I use it to see in my projects, I will modify them a little bit to make sure you will understand the scenarios pretty much good, right? So I'll modify them. I'll demonstrate those scenarios in my hands-on sessions. Okay, so this is all about the course curriculum, and important note is that this curriculum is exclusive to CPI and BTP, and nowhere we are going to see the live systems of success factors and S4 HANA. This is purely focused on ECC, not on ECC, on OData, REST, and some other applications. Okay, you may have a questions like, if we are excluding ECC and if I get a project which is related to ECC or S4 HANA, am I going to survive? Yes, you are going to survive, because I'm going to teach you like how you need to connect with ECC or S4 HANA. Okay, you may not be having access, but I can show you those systems. Again, it's subject to the availability. Okay, it's subject to the availability again. So that's why I just included in the important note. Okay, this is all about the curriculum which you need to master if you want to kickstart your journey in SAP CPI or the SAP Integration Suite. Okay, so I'm going to place this PDF link link in the drive and the description box. Please to download and refer it. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on my email ID or in the WhatsApp to this number. Okay, thank you.